To see you back here. I didn't think we'd get back here, but here we are, back at Corbet's group, Mother Mountain Speedway.
Well, let me go back and run into the creek anyway,
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started on our racing program tonight, we'd ask you all to please join with the Gympie Saloon Car Club members in a minute's silence in respect for the memory of three very special club people who have passed on since our last meeting right here on the mountain. Janet Jennings, mother of club president Alan Jennings, wife of the original star on our circuit, Tommy Jennings, passed away during our lockdown season. Percy Bickle, one of the early stars here on the mountain way back in the FJ Holden times, and was responsible, partly responsible, for the beginnings of the career of both Gary and Mark Bickle. Percy was pit marshal here on the mountain for many years after he retired from racing. He passed away recently. Jim Pagel was one of the true icons of the Pagel family racing dynasty. His family members continue to be stars of the racing right here on the mountain. He, of course, was our main gatekeeper for many, many years and passed away also just recently. All three will be sadly missed by all members of the Gympie Saloon Car Club. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and join with all our members in a minute's silence in respect to the memory of these three honoured club members. Thank you indeed, and God rest all three people. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get our new season underway, and as we said, man, it's great to be back here and it's great to see you here back on the mountain. Just please follow all the directions that will be repeated over and over and over again tonight and enjoy yourself. But to get things underway, Club President Alan Jennings to officially open racing season 2021 here on the mountain.
Thanks, Paul. On behalf of the Gympie Saloon Car Club and all of its members, I'd like to officially open the race meeting for the 2021 season. It's been a long time coming, and we just got to appreciate what we have today. Please stay safe. Please do what the social distancing rules do so we can keep this awesome venue that we call ours open. We're here to have fun tonight, and I know we are. And look at the crowd. Give yourself a cheer, people. Awesome. It's great to see. So let's get into it, guys, and burn some rubber.
Ready to go. Callum off the front line. Alongside of him is Gordon Madolo, who gets the better of the jump. Things will be a little bit tricky for the street stocks to start with. As you can see, Callum Hall just goes straight ahead in Pagel's corner. They're running on road registered tyres, so the grip will be minimal. 99 out the front. That's Callum Hall, tosses it into the hairpin for the first time. Peter Thompson going very, very high on the racetrack, allowing the 97 car of Greg Langton up underneath him as they head up the main straightaway. And into position number one. Oh, sorry, lap number one down, and another one in trouble again there. The car not doing what it wants. That's Gordon Madolo in the 39 car, trying to get it to come around corners. Just a little bit difficult. Peter Thompson works his way back into position number two. One going very, very wide is John Stoward. Gets right up there on the dusty stuff where there isn't any water. But Greg Langton gets himself back into position number two, and John Stoward trying to work a way down on the outside now around Pagel's corner. He goes. Will he get some drive up there? Yes, he does. So John Stoward, the man on a move from the back of the pack, remember. Can he get it around the hairpin corner? Callum Hall still holds the lead, doing it a little bit cautiously up the zinc main straightaway. Back behind him is John Stoward. Back then we go to Greg Langton. Peter Thompson would be the next one. Gordon Madolo. 79 back there is Wade Murray. Then we've got David Pretty. And car four bringing up the rear is Kyron Clegg, having his first drive here on the mountain and finding it just a little bit different to Kingaroy. Up the main straightaway he goes, and charging up on him is Callum Hall. And Callum will now know that not too far away behind him is John Stoward. Stoward and Callum go round high on the racetrack around Kyron Clegg, putting a lap down on him, and the two of them career down the back straight and into the hairpin corner. It's Callum Hall up very high this time. John Stoward's up there with him. Good power drift from Stoward. Peter Thompson up high on the track as well, and Greg Langton is the one down low and pushes his way up underneath Kyron Clegg, putting a lap on him. Our race leaders though, round Pagel's corner, and it's still Callum Hall just to the better of John Stoward. Both of them stay up high around the hairpin corner and head up the zinc straightaway once again. Callum Hall, John Stoward's got his sights set on him. A long way back we go to Peter Thompson and Greg Langton battling out position number three. Our race leaders round Pagel's corner. Stoward it is who washes off pace a little bit. One in trouble, looks like David Pretty, slowing down, but manages to get the car mobile again up the main straightaway. Comes our race leader taking the white flag. Callum Hall, one lap away from taking heat number one of the brand new season here on the mountain. A good battle royal here for position number three between Greg Langton and Peter Thompson. Race leader, young Callum Hall, into the hairpin corner. The thing goes straight ahead just as well. John Stoward's car did exactly the same thing. Callum Hall takes it out. John Stoward in for two. The battle for position number three will go right down to the wire. Peter Thompson will hold on in front of Greg Langton. Go back then, we've got Gordon Madolo, who didn't quite have the car ready for the wet racetrack. Wade Murray completes the journey, and Kyron Clegg on the mountain tonight. Keep your distance, keep yourself safe and tidy and clean, and we'll be back through a full season. Mark Littlehales in the 72 car. Justin Weir on the outside as they take the green one. Justin Weir gets the better of the jump, and Hayden Turner tries to go with Mark Littlehales. Littlehales holds on to position number two as they head around Pagel's for the first time. And it's Littlehales getting way offline, getting out of Pagel's corner. Finds himself dropping back through the field, but it's Justin Weir to the better of Hayden Turner. Back then we go to Brock Hancock in the 53 car. Josh Schultz in 43. And I think Mark Littlehales having some problems with the 72 car because Michael Graham has gone past him. And in fact, as he drives past us. The Little Hales car not sounding too happy at all, but have a look at the lead. The Escort running away. Justin Weir round the hairpin corner, not quite what he wanted. Back into position number 2 is Hayden Turner in the Wendy's Milk Bar car. Back behind him comes Brock Hancock, and back behind him Josh Schultz. Then we go back to Mark Graham, and the 72 of Mark Littlehales not sounding too happy at all, but right now it's by how far for Justin Weir. Good battle developing for position number 2 between Hayden Turner and Brock Hancock. Hancock closing the gap as they head up the Zinc Main straight away and then head towards Pagels Corner. Justin Weir, good lead as they go round Pagels, and a lot of the cars finding that Pagels Corner just a little bit different after a bit of rearranging of the clay. Through the hairpin corner goes Hayden Turner to the better. Brock Hancock back behind them. It's still Josh Schultz chasing hard in the 43 car. A long way back we go then to Michael Graham, and it's still Mark Littlehales with problems with the Escort 72 and about to be attacked on the inside by Justin Weir. Mark Littlehales heads for the pits. Justin Weir up the zinc straightaway. Back behind him, Hayden Turner's dropped off Brock Hancock a little bit and Josh Schultz. They'll have to wait a long time then for Michael Graham just arriving at the hairpin, and right behind him is their race leader at the moment, Justin Weir. Justin careering up the lane straight away he goes. A long way back then we go to Hayden Turner to the better Brock Hancock. In the zinc straight away also right now is Josh Schultz as their race leader goes around the outside of Michael Graham and down the back chute into the hairpin corner. It's Justin Weir. Heads up the zinc straight away for a white flag and 1 to go. Good gap back to Hayden Turner. Brock Hancock in position number 3, and back then we go to Josh Schultz and our race leader. Then down the back straight away he goes. Ford Escort number 7 round the hairpin up the zinc straight away for the last time, and heat number 1 goes to Justin Weir. Good drive into second place by Hayden Turner. Brock Hancock completes the journey. So does Michael Graham. Position number 4 will be Josh Schultz. Too good, folks. Put your hands together. Those of you who are old enough to remember what a Ford Escort looks like. That's it. And Justin Weir behind the wheel. Outside of him is Darren Brumpton down from Toowoomba in the 46 car. Dion Cook is car 16 out of Maryborough. Andrew Pickering, Sunshine Coast 51. Wade Baker is the new 99 car. And Mike Webber in the Datsun number 38. We're off and racing, and Pico says let's get mobile with this one. As they head to Pagels for the first time, Almeida's can't get it to come around. Now he does. Bit of smoke coming out of the back of the Andrew Pickering car as they arrive at the hairpin for the first time. The one on the outside of him is Jason Burns in the 7 car. Gets a little bit out of line, allowing Dion Cook to get a mobile, but Darren Brumpton is then the next one making a move from inside the pack, and we got him 3 wide going around Pagels Corner. Brumpton's car won't go around, finds Mick Webber out high on the racetrack and gets it back online. Back at the race lead, Almeida's is in car 52 leading the way from Andrew Pickering. Back we go to the 16 car of Dion Cook, but down on the inside of him will be Darren Brumpton. Cook fights back on the outside as they go through the Pagels Corner. Can he pull it down? And I think Picco's got some problems with the 51 car. The smoke pouring out of the car, pulls off onto the infield and out of the event. Round the hairpin and up the zinc main straight, and once again it's Darren Brumpton who's got plenty of go in a straight line. Can he get it around the top corner this time? Dion Cook gets by him again up there, and around Pagels they go, and then down the straight line of the back straightaway. Dion Cook versus Darren Brumpton. Meanwhile, Almeida's has disappeared. There he is, he's in the Pagels Corner, so he's half a lap in front. Brumpton again got the power up the hill but can't maintain it through the canteen corner, allowing Dion Cook to get back into position number 2, and they both go drifting off the race line, can you believe, around Pagel's corner. Down the back chute, Dion Cook in the 16 car. Darren Brumpton will look for the inside pass. Cook this time closes the door. It's not going to work because Brumpton is able to get up the inside, but he can't get the drive around the canteen corner. Gives him a little nudge. The track's not wide enough up there. Down the back chute. It's still Dion Cook, throws it into the hairpin far too quickly that time. Drifts high off the racetrack, and Brumpton come up the inside once again. Getting involved in this little scrap is Wade Baker in the 99 car, and not too far away as Jason Burns has. Almeidas has taken the white flag. This time around, Dion Cook can't get it around Pagel's corner, and that allows Darren Brumpton to get into position number 2. Round the hairpin corner he goes, up the zinc straight away. Darren Brumpton getting through on the inside as Wade Baker into position number 3, but it's all Almeidas, a big winner in his first heat. As down the back straight, we're still waiting. Darren Brumpton in position number 2, throws it into the hairpin corner. Around the hairpin, next behind him will become Wade Baker. Can he straighten it up? Brumpton completes the journey in position number 2, Wade Baker. Next one home will be Dion Cook. To the better of the 7 car, that's Jason Burns. Jordan Schultz completes the journey. Folks, put your hands together for Almeidas. Big winner. Heat number 2 of the National Fours. Look for a start. There it is. The other cars out there are Connor Smith in the 17 car, and the 44 car going around the outside is Sam James from Caboolture. But right now, Harry Fowler. Oh, we got a bit of a push and shove up there in the top corner, and that will bring on a yellow one. Hopefully everything A-OK. New stars. These are the boys and girls starting out on their racing career. Got a yellow one out, and a green and yellow one means we want a... So let's get going again. Chloe Lebetter on the inside of the front row. Outside is Harry Fowler. Off and running the 3rd car there is Sam James. That's the way they head around the top corner. Drifting a little wide, Chloe Lebetter. Another touch between the Fowler car, who's going to end up facing the wrong way. Finds the concrete. We were saying, brand new drivers, this is the new stars. And some assistance down there is required for the Harry Fowler car. We'll call him onto the infield who checks back there in the inside of the 2nd row, and outside will be Sam James in the 44. Jebediah Heath a little bit slow getting away. AJ McDonald is the one who got away quickly in the 17 car. Can we get around Pagel's corner? Round Pagel's. 2, 3, 4 of them. They're just about all gone. Around Pagel's, and it's now Chloe Lebetter to the race leader. Good drive from AJ McDonald into position number 2. In there too would be Sam James in the 44 car. The 17 moving down low is AJ McDonald. Down on the inside of Chloe Lebetter, and will go into the race lead as they go around Pagel's corner. If he can get the thing around the corner without hanging the tail too much. He's got the power down and holds on as he goes into the hairpin as the race leader. Car number 17, AJ McDonald, heads up the zinc straight away in the fresh air. Back to Chloe Lebetter. Back behind her in the 44 will be Sam James, and then back we go to Hannah Christensen. Long way back is Connor Smith in the 17 car. Then we've got Harry Fowler's got himself off the tail of the field. Jebediah Huth. Next one through is the 21. Hayley Spence, a little bit of damage on the front of the car. But still going around. We go back to our race leader, doing a good job out the front. AJ McDonald. Chloe Lebetter falling back into the grasp of the 44 car of Sam James as they come up on car 21, Hayley Spence. They'll go to each side of her. The race leader, AJ McDonald. Chloe Lebetter goes high, leaving down low for Sam James, who goes into position number 2. Hannah Christensen would be the next one. A long way back then we go to the 23 car of Harry Fowler, and then Connor Smith as they put another lap down as our race leader round the hairpin and up the zinc straightaway. Race leader AJ McDonald to the better of Sam James. Then we go back to Chloe Lebetter. Those three cleared out a little bit from Hannah Christensen, a bit of a gap, then a long gap actually back to Harry Fowler in the 23 in front of Connor Smith. Just going past us here. Up the main straightaway is Abby Smith as our race leader puts another one down on the journey, and that's car number 17, AJ McDonald, doing a good job. But right behind him right now, Sam Jones is thinking of, I can do a little better than this. So these two will settle down to battle it out to the end of the event. It's AJ McDonald just. Abby Smith is the car that they're going to put a lap on. Head up the zinc straightaway. AJ McDonald. Have a look at Sam Jones. Accelerates up the main straightaway. Back then to Chloe Lebetter trying to catch up with them. Abby Smith is the car 25 that they're trying to put a lap on. Outside goes AJ McDonald. Going with him will be Sam Jones as they arrive at the hairpin. Abby will drift a little bit wider around there. Checkered flag time for AJ McDonald. Takes it out. Sam James. Chloe Lebetter crosses the line. So does Hannah Christensen. Will wait. I think you'll find the next car will be the 23 of Harry Fowler in front of Connor Smith, who completes the journey. As does Hayley Spence with a little bit of damage to the front of the car. Folks, put your hands together for them. These are brand spanking new drivers. Junior New Stars. Young AJ came down here for the practice night. At the front of the field, the 88 is Billy McDonald. Car 28 is Aidan Rigby. Car 27 outside of him is Josh Rigby. Car 32 tucked in there is Kane Richters, and outside of him in the 3 car is William Pagel. We're racing. These are the top stars. People who've been doing it a little while, and you'll see the difference in the speed. Billy McDonald, pull it up, boy. There's a concrete wall. He does so. Holds on. Down the inside of him, it's Josh Rigby. Billy McDonald with a bit of panel work dragging along behind the car now. Back then to Aidan Rigby, who has just been promoted into the top stars after a year in the New Stars. Back behind them in the 32 is Kane Richters. That's the way they go around the top corner. A little bit of niggle there at the front of the field. Josh Rigby holds on, chased by Billy McDonald. McDonald tucks in nice and low through the hairpin corner. Back behind them is Aidan Rigby. Gap back, then we go to Kane Richters, who's got a fight with Bryce Bayfield. Back then to Logan Eland in front of William Pagel. The 51 car is Kane Thorogood, and the car 12 is Tristan Knowles as they head down the back chute. And a bit of a change down on the inside. He left a gap. Thank you very much, says Aidan Rigby. I'm down in there. Billy McDonald back into position number 3 and now challenged on the inside by Kane Richters. So Kane Richters, a mover from towards the back of the pack, is up there in position number 3. The other one is Bryce Bayfield. Quick mover, long gap. Then we go back to William Pagel and Kane Thorogood as they go round the hairpin. These 5 clearing out. Race leader Josh Rigby. Aidan Rigby being hotly pursued now by Kane Richters. Richters on the outside as they go round Pagel's corner. Swaps down to the inside. with the old over and under routine down back straight away. Side by side, car 28, Aidan Rigby trying to close the door. It's not going to work because tucked in there was Kane Richters. Richters on a move is into position number 2 as they go round Pagels. Race leader is still Josh Rigby. Kane Richters back to Aidan Rigby. Next one through will be Billy McDonald and then Bryce Bayfield around the hairpin. Up the main straight away. Can't be too many laps left in this one. Have a look at him. Kane Richters is on the outside. Josh Rigby knows he's there. Got it. Keep it down on the line. He can't do it. Now he's trying to shut the door coming into the hairpin. Can he pull it up at the hairpin? Race leader Josh Rigby down on the race line. He knew where he had to be. Up the zinc straight away once again. And it's Kane Richters again to the outside. Will he try the changeover once again? No, he's going to stay up high. Around Pagels corner. Kane Richters looking for some drive. Josh Rigby down the inside. Can he pull it up? No, it runs straight through. And he will go from first to third. And Kane Richters will go to the race lead. To the better of Aidan Rigby. Back then to Josh Rigby, and chasing hard still is Billy McDonald. I don't know how many laps we're doing in this. We're supposed to be 8. Wait and see. Race leader Kane Richters coming up on some of the slower vehicles. White flag goes out as they go past the tower. Kane Richters to the outside of Tristan Knowles. He's going to be caught up high. Can he get back down on the race line? Because here comes Aidan Rigby. Kane Richters down on the inside of Tristan Knowles. A little bit of a bump. Get out of the road. Aidan Rigby is right there. Up the zinc straight away. The white flag being shown. Kane Richters has got Aidan Rigby right on his hammer as they go past Logan Eland. Back in position number 3 is Josh Rigby. And then we go to Billy McDonald. Into the hairpin for the last time. Around the hairpin, and Kane Richters. Brilliant drive, folks. Put your hands together for him. Kane Richters. Aidan Rigby. Josh Rigby completes the journey. So does Billy McDonald. A long way back. We've got to wait for, I think it's William Pagel, to the better of Cantharagood as they head up the zinc straight. Great drive, folks. As we said, put your hands together for him. Kane Richters. Field of production cars. 22 out there is Charlotte Christensen moving up into the Proddies this year. The 23 is Dylan Keane. And the 21 is Kent Shelford. Green one. We are racing. Top corner. Stewie Fawcett, the New South Wales visitor, loves this racetrack. Into the race lead he goes. Gary Harris tucked in there. Next one through would be the 99 car of Jack Kay. Back to Neil Caldoulis. Joel Berkeley would be the next one in front of Daniel Cook. Then we go to Kent Shelford, who's got himself off the tail of the field as they go round Pagels corner. Into the hairpin corner. Have a look at him. Car 65, Stewie Fawcett. Best thing that ever happened, they opened the New South Wales border. And he's back on the mountain. Back behind him is Gary Harris in the 26 car. Not too far away is Jack Kay. Good to see Jack back on the racetrack as well. Then we've got Joel Berkeley in the run as they head into the hairpin corner. Daniel Cook. Kent Shelford in a battle royal with Daniel Henshaw. Back then to Sarah Franz. Long way back. We go to the 22 car of Charlotte Christensen, Marnie Robertson, and car 23 turns it around in the hairpin corner. That's Dylan Keane. Everybody successfully avoids him. Up the zinc straight away. And right now, it's by how far for Stewie Fawcett. Around Pagels corner he goes. Careering down the back straight, a little bit of a nudge. And onto the infield. And he won't be happy with that. It's Joel Berkeley. He gets back on the racetrack. Nothing coming from the stewards, so we will continue down the main straight, and down the back straight away goes our race leader, Stewie Fawcett. Still in position 2 is Gary Harris. Back then in position 3 is Jack Kay. Throws it around the hairpin corner. Sarah France would be the next one to the better of Daniel Cook. The lapped car in there is Dylan Keane, with Joel Berkeley trying to get back, and finds himself in trouble with the Dylan Keane car. We'll wait and see what happens, how the steward saw it. Wow. Production sedan racing, folks, here on the mountain. It doesn't get any better. And we have got a massive season of production sedans here for your enjoyment. Mason Dale bringing you the Witch's Hat. Mark there on the zinc straight away. No passing till you are past that Witch's Hat. Stewie Fawcett in the race lead where he likes to be. The green one is shown, and it's Stewie Fawcett to the better of Gary Harris. Here comes Sarah France up the inside of Jack Kay. Can't do it. Daniel Henshaw in a little bit of trouble in Pagel's corner as they arrive at the hairpin corner, with Joel Berkeley trying to work his way underneath Sarah France. Sarah down the inside of Jack Kay gets herself up into position number 3 as they go careering into Pagel's corner, then gets it a little bit untidy through that top corner, gets a bump from Jack Kay. Kay holds on though in position 3 because he's got Joel Berkeley working away on the inside of him. Berkeley up into position number 4 as they take the checkered flag. Well, didn't see a white one, sorry. That one caught up on us. Put your hands together, folks, all the way from Lismore. Stewie Fawcett. Borders are open. He said, let's go racing. Let's go. Car number 4 is Glenn Pagel. Looking for a green one, off and running on the outside was Brendan Carley. Glenn Pagel goes to the race lead. Following him through is Brad Yarrow, and they're tucked in. Nice and tight. Little bit of biff and barge in the back of the pack as they go round the hairpin for the very first time, as Brett Baxter gets himself past the 12 car of Jake Hawkins. Tucked right at the back was Chris Pagel. Tim Gaffel is the one right at the back, that's 92. It is Glenn Pagel. Leads them up the zinc straight, Brad Yarrow. Back behind them is Brendan Cowley, Jim Cowley. On the outside is Tim Weir. Can Weir make it stick as they go round Pagel's corner? The big outside pass. Nigel Mulvenna will be the next one, Brett Baxter. Then we go to Darren Lyon, who's got on each side of him. Jake Hawkins pulls it up, and Darren Lyons is able to Chris Pagel behind him. Have a look at the speed. Glenn Pagel throws it into the hairpin corner. Brad Yarrow is not too far behind. Up the zinc straight away, it's Brendan Cowley. Tim Weir in hot pursuit. Jim Cowley would be the next one. Nigel Mulvenna, Brett Baxter, Chris Pagel back then to Jake Hawkins. The 92 car is Tim Gaffel, and at the back is Darren Lyon, and then we're back to our race leader, and that is Glenn Pagel. Up through the Pagel's corner he goes. Down the back chute and into the hairpin. He's keeping Brad Yarrow about the same distance behind him. Another lap down on the journey. A bit of a challenge coming for position number 3 as well, between Brendan Cowley and Tim Weir. A long way back then we go to Jim Cowley. Through the hairpin corner and up the zinc straight. He's got some lap traffic in front of him. But our race leader is Glenn Pagel. He's got less than a lap to go around Pagel's corner. Back behind him is Brad Yarrow. Then we go to Brendan Cowley, Tim Weir, but it is Glenn Pagel. Takes the checkered flag. Brad Yarrow Brendan Kelly across the line, Tim Weir. Next one home will be Jim Kelly to the better of Brett Baxter, Nigel Malvena, Chris Pagel. Jake Hawkins will wait for Tim Gaffel to complete the journey, as does Darren Lyon. How about that? What do you think of that, Gympie? That's modified sedan racing at its best. A lot of people will tell you that is the major division. Well done, Glenn Pagel. Can they travel? Car 74, Sam Golchowski. Clinton Hansey, one of the stars. Outside the front row, Steve Collins, Mitch Parmenter in the second row. Will the green one greet them? Yes, it does. Off and racing. Sam Golchowski versus Clinton Hansey. Round Pagel's corner for the first time. Hansey slips back onto the inside. Golchowski says no, but then can't pull it up in the hairpin. Goes into position number 2. Back then to Mitch Parmenter, but we've got a yellow one because we got one stuck. Down in the hairpin corner, might need some assistance. I told you these things are quick. They are incredible. So just a little bit different, but still the best racetrack you can have. And have a look. Clinton Hansey to lead them away. Clinton Hansey. Sam Golchowski and Mitch Parmenter. Those three go belting around Pagel's corner. Clinton Hansey throws the thing into the hairpin corner to the better of Sam Golchowski. Mitch Parmenter has got Steve Collins on the inside. They're battling out position number 3 as they go round Pagel's corner once again and career down the back straight away. Up the zinc straight away. Car 47. It's Chris Werr who's in position number 5, but right now Clinton Hansey, have a listen to the thing round, throws it through the hairpin corner. Clinton Hansey up the zinc straight away. We've got a yellow one again. This time it's Chris Werr going the wrong way, heading down the back chute. He'll find himself at the back of the pack. I'd love to get a lap time to Clinton Hansey. Up the zinc straight away. We will go for a restart. There's a green one. Hansey to the better of Sam Golchowski, and then Mitch Parmenter. Parmenter closes a little bit on Golchowski that time through the top corner, but can't close the distance enough as they arrive through the hairpin corner, careering up the zinc straight away once again. Clinton Hansey to the better of Sam Golchowski. Back we go to Mitch Parmenter. Next one around there will be that of Steve Collins to the better of Tyson Snow, who's got himself up into position number 5. Another lap down on the journey, and Clinton Hansey leading them a merry chase out the front. Clinton Hansey starting to put some distance between himself and Sam Golchowski. Back to Mitch Parmenter in position number 3. Steve Collins would still be the next one. Tyson Snow belts it up the zinc straight away and heads around the top corner once again. Steve Collins going a little high. Here comes Tyson Snow. Got to remember, he started at the back of the pack and now he's on in position number 4 as we go back to our race leader. Half the length of the back straight away to Clinton Hansey. Throws it around the hairpin corner. White flag is waiting for him. Up the main straight to the better of Sam Golchowski. Back then to Mitch Parmenter. Tyson Snow in front of the 20 car of Casey Collins. And that's the way they will finish up the straight for the last time. Clinton Hansey. Sam Golchowski, we've lost our 3rd place car in the final corner. Tyson Snow in front of Casey Collins. Mitchell Parmenter was about 60 metres from position number 3. And he's made a mess of the hairpin and Queensland title right here at Corbet's Group Mother Mountain Speedway, ready for the action as they roll up the zinc straight away. Watch for a green one. Go, we're racing. It's Dan Lewis in the 8 car. Tucked in there will be Tim Jackson. Gets into position number 2, but then drops back very quickly because charging from the back of the pack would be, it's Abby Meehan in the 23 car around the hairpin corner and up the main straight away. Car 41, Dakota Laverty up there in position number 3, and they're all chasing Dan Lewis and Chris Fing. Bit of a battle royal back there between the 41 car of Dakota Laverty and the 15, and there are Pacey Clegg. Dakota gets it all out of shape, and Pacey Clegg finds himself up in position number 3. Down the back chute for Dan Lewis in car number 8 through the hairpin corner to the better of Chris Fing. Back then in car 15 will be Pacey Clegg. Behind him in the 229 car is Tim Jackson. Then we've got the 41 car there of Dakota Laverty. Zinc straight away once again for Dan Lewis. He's got a big lead right now over Chris Fing, who's got a big lead back there to Pacey Clegg. So they're spread out all over the racetrack this time round through the hairpin corner, and up the zinc straight away once again goes Dan Lewis to the better of Chris Fing. Back then we go to Pacey Clegg. Tucked in position number 4 is Tim Jackson in front of Dakota Laverty around Pagel's corner. Go those cars as our lead cars start to move up the main straight away and put a lap on Abby Meehan is our race leader, Dan Lewis. Round Pagel's corner he goes. One in trouble on the main straightaway just after crossing past the control tower. I think that's Dakota Laverty. Something went wrong with the car. It's ended up facing the wrong way. Difficult to do in a straight line. Brings on a yellow one. Infield people to the rescue very quickly. Dan Lewis is car number 8. And Chris Fing right behind him. Go, we're racing in the restart as Dan Lewis leads them around Pagel's corner. Chris Fing tucked in there in position number 2. Back then we go to Pacey Clegg. That's the way they career into the hairpin corner. The 42 car would be the next one there. That's Luke Harrison, who had come from the rear of the field back then to Abby Meehan as they go round Pagel's corner and down the back straight away. It's still Dan Lewis. The 8 car throws the car around the hairpin corner looking for some acceleration up the main straight away as he knows that Chris Fing is not too far away. Fingy trying to stick close to him as they go round Pagel's corner. They've dropped off car 42 for the moment. That's Luke Harrison still tucked in there. Is Pacey Clegg in position number 3 as they put another lap down on the journey. Our race leaders fairly evenly spaced as they go round Pagel's corner and down the back straight. Into the hairpin once again still for Dan Lewis. Lewis leads them up the zinc straight away, takes the white flags, got one to go. Chris Fing in position number 2 and Pacey Clegg in 3, and they're still pretty well separated just the same. Back then to Luke Harrison, hairpin corner for the last time. Heat number 2 goes to Dan Lewis. Chris Fing, Pacey Clegg, Luke Harrison gets it across the line. We'll have to wait. Abby Meehan gets car 23 home. Hands together, folks. Dan Lewis. lines, and Mason Parmenter at the back in the 64 car. Here we go again, folks. Mod Light Racing. We're off. Sean Rose on the inside. Terry Lierenfeld. Settle down around the top corner. Here comes Lierenfeld down the inside. Sean Rose holds him at bay as they arrive at the hairpin. We got a little bit of problem back there in position. Number 3 and 4, but they sort themselves out and continue on their merry way. Round the top corner. Sean Rose, Terry Lierenfeld. Back behind them, I think you'll find it's Nathan Polich. Polich not too far away. Back behind them is the 19 car of Joel Smith in front of Callum Beerling. The 22 car is Kurt Grambauer next across the line. Down the back straight away. Here comes Terry Lierenfeld and has the door shut on him. Does the light stay green? Yes, it does. Wow. There you go, folks. This is heat number 3. Sean Rose said, no, you're not coming through there. He tosses it in the hairpin. Coming up on Rodney Parmenter in the 18 car. Sean Rose. Back behind him is Nathan Polich. Terry Lierenfeld would be the next one. As they go past Mason Parmenter. Down the back chute. Sean Rose into the hairpin corner to the better of Nathan Polich. Back then behind them. Round hairpin, around the Pagels corner, down the back straight. It's still Sean Rose, but this time he's got Nathan Polich not too far away. Terry Lierenfeld on a mission as well. Back behind them is Joel Smith. Have a look at the 3 up the front. Round the hairpin corner, Sean Rose, Nathan Polich, Terry Lierenfeld. Round the hairpin corner. Can't be too many more laps remaining. Under the control tower they go. It's still Sean Rose, Nathan Polich, Terry Lierenfeld. Throw a blanket over them. Back then to Joel Smith. And we got a problem in the hairpin corner. Brings on a yellow one. Mason Parmenter tucked in there with Adam Bradford. Restart time. Off we go. Nathan Polich has a look down the inside. It didn't work. Round Pagels corner we go, and down the back straight away Sean Rose. Nathan Polich, Terry Lierenfeld tucked in there too. Is Joel Smith. And Joel Smith has got some problems in the hairpin corner. It didn't work. Car 19 decided it didn't want to go around the hairpin. So we need some assistance again from the infield. Kurt Grambauer is the next car there, the 22 car. Green one, we're racing and a good flying start by Sean Rose. Careers up to the top corner. Sean Rose down the back straight away. Nathan Polich close behind him. Terry Lierenfeld. Those 3 have bolted. Here comes Polich up the inside. Sean Rose says, no, you don't. Watch Terry Lierenfeld back there in position number 3. These 3 built down the back straight away. Sean Rose into the hairpin. Nathan Polich looks for the inside pass. Gets almost level. They were wheel to wheel as they arrive at the top corner. Sean Rose, Nathan Polich down the inside. Can he get him to the hairpin? No, he can't. Sean Rose closes the door again on him. Up the main straight. White flag out. 1 to go. Sean Rose, Nathan Polich, Terry Lierenfeld. Where do I go? Down the back straight away. Sean Rose, Nathan Polich tucked in there. Terry Lierenfeld. That's the way to finish. Oh, yes. Sean Rose. Nathan Pollage, Terry Lierenfeld, folks, put your hands together. Modlight Racing doesn't get much better than that. Sean Rose, Nathan Pollage, Terry Lierenfeld. Having his initial drive in the thing, and it has got so much horsepower. David Pretty. Callum Auld will be the next one, and outside of him is Gordon Madolo. Car 4 there is Kyron Clegg. The 97 car is Greg Langton, and Wade Murray is 79. Let's get underway with the second round of heats. Green flag is shown, and as we said, this will be a treacherous drive for these guys. Into the hairpin corner in the opposite direction is a little bit frightening, as I think we've got a few drops of rain. Can you believe it? Down the back chute, and David Pretty is the race leader, but he drifts a little high, allowing Peter Thompson to have a look. Gordon Madolo is the 39 car, interested also in getting involved a little bit in this, as they have completed one lap of the 8-lap journey. Peter Thompson down the inside. Callum Auld is in there as well, as all 4 cars arrive carefully around the hairpin corner, and David Pretty is the one that gets enough of the drive away from that hairpin, and we've lost Wade Murray turning it right around, but he's managed to get it going again as our lead cars head around Pagels corner and sedately down past the canteen they go, and under the control tower for the second time. And David Pretty to the better of Peter Thompson. Tucked in there is Callum Auld, and on the outside is Gordon Madolo. So we got them 2 abreast as they go through the hairpin corner, and out of that it's Callum Auld down low that gets the better of it. Gordon Madolo and Peter Thompson do a little bit of paint exchanging, with David Pretty trying to stay high on the racetrack, and Greg Langton the next one involved in that. And then we've got Kyron Clegg, and at the back in the 79 car is Wade Murray under the control tower, and having a little bit of a problem to pull the car up. That's Callum Auld. Now he's got it mobile out of the hairpin. Peter Thompson's made a mess of that one. Gordon Madolo is the next one, and David Pretty staying up high on the racetrack as Greg Langton gets himself involved in this, and Peter Thompson's dropped back to position number 5. Under the control tower once again for Callum Auld to the better of Gordon Madolo, David Pretty, Greg Langton through, and then Peter Thompson. A long way back we go to Wade Murray and Kyron Clegg through the hairpin corner, where it's very treacherous going the other way, but up towards Pagels corner. Our race leader, Callum Auld, leads them around Pagels and down past the canteen to the better of Gordon Madolo, with David Pretty staying high on the racetrack, looking for a little bit of a drive around the outside of Gordon Madolo this time. Greg Langton tucked in there, and then Peter Thompson this time. Gordon Madolo drifts a little higher out of the hairpin corner,
runs into David Pretty, who runs out of racetrack and gets forced back into position number 4. But Callum Auld is the race leader, Gordon Madolo. Greg Langton's got himself up into position number 3 with David Pretty on the outside. Peter Thompson would be the next one, a long way back to Wade Murray and Kyron Clegg as they go through the hairpin once again. And Callum Auld. It is a battle royal holding on to these things, I can tell you, on a wet racetrack with no grip and a little or no help from the suspension through past the canteen corner, the white flag out. They've got one to go for Callum Auld. Next one tucked in behind with still Gordon Madolo. Greg Langton has David Pretty still machining around the outside of the racetrack as Greg Langton goes diving down the inside of Gordon Madolo. Caught him a little bit asleep. Madolo puts the loud pedal down and he and Langton exchange a few panels around Pagel's corner, but checkered flag time comes. Callum Auld first across the line. Gordon Madolo and Greg Langton. Thank you very much. Oh, here we go. Wow. And I would imagine that both of them are going to have a chat to the steward. I'll just stay out of the way. Got a bit of rain tumbling down, folks, unfortunately. Street stock racing. Just about set. They will have some problems holding on. But Brock Hancock gets the better of the start. Rear-wheel drive we're looking at there, of course, and he's going to stay up very high on the racetrack where he's hoping there will be a little bit of grip. And he might be succeeding in that. Jordan Schultz there in the 21 car. Michael Graham is in the 99, and they have got around the hairpin, which is really good. Jason Burns is in the 7 car, and the other car out there okay, the rain's still tumbling down a little. But Brock Hancock doing a good job out the front, and as you can see, he can't get much further up the racetrack, but he's doing a good job. Wayne Baker is in position number 2, and he too is finding his way around the racetrack. Back behind them would be, I think it's Jason Burns in the 7 car. As the rain tumbles down yet again. Looks like this is what it's going to be. Just hope it doesn't get much heavier than this. Brock Hancock just idling around. Rain too heavy, Stuart said. That's enough.